Imagine this, you're outlawed for carrying an ice cream cone in your back pocket. Sounds absurd, right? But in Alabama, it's a reality. Welcome to our journey through the maze of American legislation, where we'll unearth the top 10 strangest laws still enforced in the United States. Now, laws are typically designed to maintain order, protect citizens, and uphold societal values. Yet sometimes they veer off into the realm of the bizarre, leaving us scratching our heads in puzzlement. From bans on whistling underwater to prohibitions on mispronouncing Arkansas, these laws serve as curious footnotes in the chapters of American history and culture. We'll be taking a lighthearted look at these laws, delving into their origins and pondering why they still exist in the 21st century. So, buckle up as we embark on this wild ride through the labyrinth of American legislation. Get ready for a wild ride through the labyrinth of American legislation. Starting at number 10, we visit Alabama, where a sweet treat can land you in a sticky situation. This is not just any ordinary law, but one that has a rather peculiar rule about ice cream cones. Yes, you heard that right. In Alabama, it's actually illegal to carry an ice cream cone in your back pocket. This strange law has its roots in the 20th century. Back then, crafty horse thieves used to lure horses away with the delicious treat. The horses would follow the ice cream cone, and the thieves could lead them away without ever needing to lay a hand on them. This clever, albeit dishonest trick led to the creation of this unusual law. So, the next time you find yourself strolling around in Alabama with an ice cream cone, remember to keep it firmly in your hand or risk running afoul of this law. So remember, keep your ice cream cones in your hand, not your pocket. Next, we dive into Vermont's waters, where an innocent whistle could get you in hot water. Can you imagine being on the wrong side of the law for simply pursing your lips and blowing out a tune while swimming? Well, in Vermont, it's a reality. This law is deeply rooted in old superstitions about disturbing water spirits. It's believed that whistling underwater could agitate these spirits and bring misfortune. Is it possible to enforce this law? The answer is as murky as the depths of Vermont's lakes. The law stands as a testament to the state's unique blend of tradition and quirkiness, a nod to a time when superstition held sway over reason. It's a fascinating glimpse into the past and a reminder that sometimes the law can be as mysterious as the spirits it seeks to appease. So, if you're in Vermont, remember to keep your tunes above water. At number 8, we find ourselves in Tennessee, where empty logs hold a lot of weight. It's a place where the hollow logs aren't just part of the serene landscape, they're a part of the law. This seemingly odd law, banning the sale of hollow logs, actually has roots in a very practical concern. Historically, it was about protecting the state's lush forests and preventing fraudulent timber sales. Imagine selling a log full of nothing. This law, while appearing strange at first glance, is a testament to Tennessee's commitment to environmental conservation. It's a state that values its natural beauty and resources, and isn't afraid to put laws in place to protect them. It may not be a law that's enforced every day, but it serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving nature for future generations. So, in Tennessee, it's best to leave the logs where they lay. At number 7, we journey to Washington, where settling scores requires more than swords. Dueling, a practice once widespread among the elite, is strictly prohibited here. This law serves as a testament to the historical evolution of conflict resolution. To understand this, let's travel back to the early 19th century, when disagreements of honor were often settled by a duel. This deadly tradition, however, saw its downfall after high-profile tragedies. One of the most notable was the infamous Burr-Hamilton duel, a fatal encounter that shocked the nation. These events sparked public outrage and led to a shift towards peaceful means of settling disputes. Today, this law stands as a symbol of that shift, reminding us that violence is not the answer. So, if you find yourself in a heated disagreement while in Washington, remember that it's best to keep your disagreements verbal. Halfway through our list, we wrestle with a peculiar law in Oklahoma. Yes, you heard it right, wrestling, but not the kind you're thinking of. We're talking about bear wrestling matches. This law isn't just a quirky add-on to the state's statute books. It's a law that reflects a shift towards ethical treatment of wildlife and the recognition of animal welfare. Bear wrestling, as intriguing as it may sound, is a dangerous activity that puts both humans and animals at risk. It's a practice that has been rightfully outlawed in the interest of safety and ethical treatment of animals. This law serves as a clear message that wildlife should be respected and not used for dangerous and inhumane entertainment. So if you're in Oklahoma, remember, Wrestling is best left to the professionals in the ring, and bears are best appreciated from a safe distance. In Oklahoma, it's best to leave the wrestling to the professionals. At number 5, we tune into North Carolina, where singing off-key could strike a sour note. Now, we all love a good sing-along, but in the Tar Heel state, you'd better make sure you're hitting those notes just right. This law, as quirky as it sounds, is aimed at preserving the quality of public performances. You might be thinking, but music is subjective, right? And you'd be correct. What's considered off-key to one person might be a unique rendition to another. This makes enforcing this law challenging as it relies heavily on the subjective nature of musical taste. But let's not forget the cultural influences that may have shaped this law. North Carolina is rich in musical history, from bluegrass to gospel, so it's no surprise that they hold their tunes to a high standard. So, remember, in North Carolina, it's wise to stay in tune. At number 4, we uncover a linguistic law in Arkansas. Now, this is not your average law, it's a matter of regional pride and cultural heritage. Arkansas, the natural state, is home to breathtaking landscapes, rich history, and a very particular pronunciation law. In Arkansas, mispronouncing the state's name is a no-no. You see, it's pronounced Arkansas, not Arkansas. This might seem like a minor linguistic hiccup, but for Arkansans, it's a matter of state pride. The law reflects the importance of respecting the state's cultural identity and honoring its French and Native American roots. The pronunciation law, while rarely enforced, serves as a gentle reminder to all to appreciate the linguistic diversity of our nation. It's a testament to the fact that language, in its essence, is not just about communication. It's about identity, heritage, and respect for cultural nuances. In Arkansas, pronunciation matters. It's not just a state, it's a state of mind. At number 3, we discover a cheesy law in South Dakota. This law prohibits the selling of Limburger cheese, a notoriously pungent dairy delight on Sundays. But why such a specific restriction? The answer likely lies intertwined with religious traditions and public health concerns. During the early days of South Dakota, Sunday was widely observed as a day of rest in accordance with Christian traditions. Commercial activities, including the sale of certain goods, were often restricted. As for Limburger cheese, it's no secret that its strong aroma can be off-putting to some. This could have led to concerns about public health, with the belief that such a strong-smelling cheese might harbor harmful bacteria. So, if you're planning a Sunday picnic in South Dakota with a hankering for Limburger cheese, make sure to get it a day early. Because in this state, you'll have to save your Limburger cheese sales for Monday. At number 2, we gallop into California, where fast horses could land you in slow trouble. In the Golden State, a law from the Wild West era is still enforced, dictating that you cannot ride a horse faster than a walk on public highways. This might seem peculiar in our fast-paced world, but it harks back to a time when horseback was the primary means of transportation. This law was created for safety reasons, to protect riders, horses, and pedestrians sharing the pathways. Think about it. A charging horse could be as dangerous as a speeding car, especially on a crowded street. By limiting the speed to a walk, the law aimed to prevent accidents and ensure public safety. So if you ever find yourself on horseback in California, remember to keep it slow and steady. After all, there's no need to rush when you're in the saddle. In California, it's best to take a leisurely trot. And finally, at number 1, we navigate to Oklahoma, where a marine law makes a big splash. Now, it might seem strange for a state without a coastline to have a law about whaling, but Oklahoma, known for its prairies and oil wells, indeed has a law that expressly prohibits whaling. Yes, you heard it right. Whaling in Oklahoma is illegal. This peculiar regulation may seem like a joke at first glance, but its existence in the state's law books speaks volumes about the spirit of conservation. This law is more than just an oddity. It's a statement. It's Oklahoma's way of saying that even though they're landlocked, they stand with the rest of the world in protecting marine life. The ban on whaling in Oklahoma, despite its seeming irrelevance, actually mirrors a global concern. Whaling, the hunting of whales for their meat, blubber, or oil, has been a contentious issue for decades. Many species of whales are on the brink of extinction due to years of unchecked hunting. The international community has taken steps to curb this practice, and Oklahoma, in its own quirky way, has joined this movement. Moreover, this law reflects Oklahoma's broader cultural values. Oklahomans are known for their appreciation of nature and wildlife, which extends beyond their state borders. They believe in the preservation and respectful treatment of all animals, whether they are native to their state or not. This ban on whaling, then, is a symbol, a beacon of Oklahoma's commitment to environmental conservation. It's a testament to the state's willingness to participate in global conservation efforts, even in the most unlikely ways. So, while it might seem absurd to imagine a whaling scene amidst Oklahoma's vast plains and winding rivers, remember that this law is more than just a peculiarity. It's a statement about the state's values and their stance on an important global issue. In landlocked Oklahoma, it's best to leave the whaling to the sea. From ice cream cones to whaling, these strange laws offer a unique glimpse into the American legal system. They are a testament to the diversity and peculiarity of our history, culture, and values. We've traversed through a myriad of odd laws, from the prohibition of carrying ice cream cones in back pockets in Alabama, to the peculiar ban on mispronouncing Arkansas in its home state. Yet, perhaps the most bizarre law we've explored today is Oklahoma's ban on whaling. A landlocked state, with no coastline in sight, took a stand for marine life conservation, an intriguing reflection of the state's environmental commitment. These peculiar laws, though they may seem laughable or nonsensical at first glance, each carry a story, a piece of history, a reflection of societal values, or simply a dash of humor. Thanks for joining us on this quirky journey through American legislation. Stay curious and see you in the next video.